Hey, it's Kim. Today I'm sitting here with Isabel, Daisy, Crystal, and Jacie. And today's discussion topic is Nan Madol. Now, not a lot of people know about Nan Madol, so we went around and asked some people if they knew about it.
Okay, I'm here with some students from Hemet High School. I'm going to ask them if they know about Nan Madol.
What's that?
It's an ancient city ruin. Do you know where it's located?
No.
It's in Micronesia in the Oceania. Do you know its purpose?
No.
It was to separate the nobility from the nobles.
Do you know what Nan Madol is?
No.
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Can you guess?
I can guess.
Do you think it's a magical place?
Yeah.
What do you think they have over there?
I don't know.
Can you just please guess?
I can guess.
You know what Nan Madol is? Yes or no?
No.
What do you think it is?
Okay.
Did you know it was in Micronesia?
No, it is.
Where do you think it's at?
There.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Mr. Polinsky, do you know about Nan Madol?
I do not.
Jacie, tell him what it is.
It's an ancient city ruin. Yeah.
Where at? Macedonia?
No, it's
Micronesia.
It's not, yeah. It's in Oceania.
Oceania?
It's in the islands.
Uh-huh. No, I haven't heard of it at all.
Yeah.
How old? What is civilization?
It belonged to the Pompeians.
Yeah, no clue.
No?
No, not striking mind. Ask Mr. Powell. Maybe he'll know.
Well, this is due at midnight, so.
He's over there.
I don't know him though.
Well, he's a nice guy. Yeah, wouldn't know his room number, but he's in the first room on that far wall.
Can I ask you one more thing?
Sure.
What do you prefer, U.S. history or art history?
They're both great classes, and they're both amazing subjects to study. I'd say U.S. history, just because, again, people should understand the history of the country that they live in, since I live in the United States.
Good. Thank you. Well, that was disappointing. Now let's get back to the important stuff. Now for starters, Nan Madol is a ruined city located on the island of Pohnpei in Micronesia. The name means spaces between. This refers to the canals that can be found across the ruins, but the original name of Nan Madol is Sun Nan Lang, meaning reef of heaven.
Now, Micronesia, for those who aren't very familiar with the geography of the world, is a subregion of Oceania, southwest of Hawaii, comprising thousands of islets which are linked by a network of canals in the western Pacific Ocean.
Nan Madol is also known as the Venice of the Pacific. It has roughly 90 islets or small islands, which were constructed by placing large rocks and fill atop submerged coral reefs to form raised platforms which supported elaborate residential and ceremonial complexes.
So what was Nan Madol used for exactly?
The city had a variety of purposes. It served as a religious center, a royal enclave, a fortress, an urban marketplace, and a high seat of government for the island of Pohnpei.
The city was created using a series of horizontal layers of basalt rocks that each have another series of individual circular rocks following them in the next horizontal line. It then goes back to the layer of basalt rock and then continues to be repeated in that order, with both the top and bottom ending in the single layer of basalt rock.
With the exception of paths that were outlined only with a single layer of connected basalt rock, right?
Right, yes, with that exception. Nan Madol is also the only ancient city that was built on top of a coral reef.
And because of its construction, Nan Madol appears to float on water.
Wait, if the ruined city was built on top of a coral reef, how did they get the rocks to be transported from land to the island if it's surrounded by water?
It's a worldwide mystery on how they got the rocks to be transported from the land to the island surrounded by water. Even historians and archaeologists don't know for sure how the giant stones were transported and lifted into place.
The group of the people who built the Nan Madol, the Saudulor, were originally a foreign tribe who came to Pohnpei. They installed themselves as rulers of the island.
They also united all of Pohnpei's an estimated 25,000 people back then.
And there's even a legend believed by the people of the Pohnpei that Nan Madol began with the arrival of twin sorcerers by the names of Olisipa and Olosopa. They built Nan Madol for the purpose of being able to worship Nanin Son Sapua, the god of agriculture. They both built an altar at Nan Madol with the aid of a flying dragon.
And apparently when Olisipa died of old age, Olosipa became the first Sadolor, starting the Sadolor dynasty.
So the Sadolor ruled the island. How long did they reign?
For more than a millennium, the Sadolor reigned.
Nan Madol itself became the most important political and religious center on the island.
The social system at Nan Madol is the earliest known example of such centralized political power in the Western Pacific. The largest homes belong to the chiefly elite, and archaeological excavations have revealed objects that mark their owner's status in society.
These complexes were built primarily from columnar basalt, a volcanic rock that breaks naturally to form massive rod-like blocks that make an ideal building material.
The city was built so that the nobility were isolated from the general population. At its peak, Nan Madol may have been home to 1,000 people, the majority of whom were commoners serving the nobility.
There wasn't any fresh water or ways of growing food at Nan Madol, so all food came from outside sources. One must go inland to gather water and grow food.
And according to oral history, later generations of Sadolor aristocrats became increasingly oppressive, often forcing the native Pompeians into starvation.
In 1628, the warrior hero Isaucalico led an invasion of Pompeii and defeated the Sadolor tribe. Pompeian oral history says that Isaucalico was a demigod and the vengeful son of the Pompeian storm god Nan Sapua, who had grown unhappy with the tyranny of Nanin Son Sapua and the Sadolor.
Historians believe that Isaucalico was the leader of a band of Micronesian settlers from the nearby island of Cosray. Isaucalico led his war band of warriors, women, and children to the victory with the assistance of the oppressed Pompeian populace.
With the defeat of the Sadolor, Nan Madol's significance to Pompeians slowly eroded, and it was eventually abandoned in the 18th century.